Good late morning on this rainy, muggy, but not very warm, but slightly cool temperature-wise at 67 degrees on this late June, midsummer day with overcast and scattered thunderstorms and isolated severe storm the next 72 hours are possible. But the more imminent threat is very heavy rain, and 2 to 4 inches of rain will fall across central and southern lower Michigan today, tonight, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going to have some street flooding, and probably a flash flood watch will be issued, and some urban and small stream flood advisories as we work our way through this evening and through today, tomorrow, around the greater Roseville metropolitan area in the great state of Michigan, right? It's a beautiful day, besides the rain, on this increasingly dark afternoon, right? As the sun reaches max intensity a few hours from now, and then starts its slow descent into the western horizon and slowly exit the field of vision for Vincenzo, and then it becomes dark as a result, right? You know how it works. You see the gold market bouncing back this week after a collapse last week after the Fed. We're hitting critical support zones that we're bouncing off of, and you can see after that huge crash, it was like a 7.5% crash last week, which is big for gold in a week. And you can see now we're consolidating, and we're gonna have to wait and see if this breaks up or down. This is a bullish consolidation as far as trying to reverse a pattern reversal, right? We're hitting critical, we're retesting that year-long downwards bull flag that we were in that line, that descending line right there with our industry exclusive purchasing tool that runs from top left to bottom right at 1766. That is your major underneath support. That was your overhead resistance since last August of 2020 when we had that top, and then that's bull flag consolidation, which I believe is a bullish continuation pattern. And then we tried to break out of it right now, and then we pumped up by a good amount, and then we sold off, and now we've consolidated on that, and I think we're about to break out to the upside. We went over that earlier today. AAU is leveled off. B2 gold is actually retracing now. Kinross gold, a little retrace, but we did pick up some more. We're on margin on Robinhood though, so this can get kind of tricky. I don't recommend margin. I'm not a financial advisor, nor do I play one on this radio show or my own anywhere you may share me, but you can see this is way down. So I started buying it at $4.54, and I will continue buying this until the cows come home, or until I have to deposit more money, because I believe this will eventually pop, and you can never find a bottom. So all you can do is keep buying in as the bottom gets closer. And now we're down some more, so we'll buy 25 more shares to bring our average price down, and eventually we will find the bottom. But you can see right now we're bringing our average price down to $4.51 on 225 shares. So we got to take a hit initially to figure out the bottom. If worst comes to worst and I get margin called, I'll just deposit more money so I can keep my shares, not have to liquidate anything at a loss, because I think this is bottoming out soon and it's going to reverse. It's almost that head and shoulders you see up there, to fill it, it's almost there on that short-term reversal head and shoulders topping pattern. We're almost there as far as filling that move. You're going to need a little bit more work to go to fill it completely, but you can see right now we're down 45% as I'm buying. So you want to buy when it's going down. When it's down 40%, you buy. Now when it's up 40%. You see what I'm saying? But you're never going to get the exact bottom. Same thing with Fortuna Silver. We should actually sell this right now because they look like they're all retracing, and they're going to sell off before the weekend. But this thing's a phenomenal company, so we're going to hold it, right? That's what's going on. Wow. And another thing that's grinding my gears as I put Bitcoin in the background is all these fucking commercials about the vaccine. Oh, do your civic duty to protect your neighbor. I'm getting the vaccine so I can see my mom. If you need to have a magical vaccine to give you the illusion of feeling safer to go see your family members for the first time in a year and a half, there's something wrong with the vaccine, and there's something wrong with you people, that you're that easily manipulated to not see your family because of a common cold, right? Um, it's a big joke. And then the one lady was great. It's all over the 97.1, the propaganda radio sports station. I took the vaccine because I trust the science. What science? They didn't do any tests on it. They rushed the vaccine in 9 months. 9 months earlier, they didn't even know this virus existed. When usually vaccine, you can hear the heavy rain in the background, right? Because we got heavy rain in southern lower Michigan and the upper Midwest. But they didn't even know this virus existed, and then 9 months later, bam, there's a vaccine. And they rushed it through all the testing. They didn't do the clinical trials. It usually takes 10 years to get a vaccine out due to safety, but they're gonna push this at their safety. Don't mind the people that have died already from it. Don't mind the 500 confirmed cases and growing of inflammation of the heart in youngsters and teenagers, right? It's all a joke. It's just like stimulus. Well, we need to do QE4. Well, why do we need QE4? Well, because QE 1, 2, 3 just weren't big enough. It's not that QE 1, the fact that you needed a quantitative easing 2 meant quantitative easing 1 didn't work, which means quantitative easing 2, 3, and 100 into the future aren't going to work either, right? You guys are a fucking bunch of sheep. You really need to get your shit together, because you're being fleece heisted and shysted IQ than you in set fields, right? And they're hustling and shysting you. Look at the Dow Jones. That thing's gonna roll over too. You're flirting with disaster in the Dow Jones. You see we're bouncing off of that old fuck zone, where if you break that up trying to blue line, you're gonna fucking roll over on yourself way down to that yellow zone. Yeah, that says $7,000. Vincenzo's not just bearish on crypto, he's bearish on the U.S. stock market, right? And U.S. equity. You hear that heavy rain falling? I mean, you got very low visibility, right? We're doing 46 miles an hour on the freeway right now because nobody can see anything because it's heavy rain falling. And I expect a flash flood watch to be issued shortly. We go to our crypto, you can see it's still collapsing. I'll post extensive updates this afternoon as I get home. It's only a half a day today for me at work, so I don't really have to get hot and heavy into work till Monday again. I have this weekend off, so we're going to get extensively into some crypto, some gold, some monetary and fiscal policy. We're going to go over the CPI, the producer price index. See that? Severe weather, relentless storms to impact. Yes, I know. I can hear it right now. I see the relentless rain. Very heavy rain right now. Very moist atmosphere. Let's take a look at the radar so we can kind of get a glimpse of what I'm talking about. See all them flood watches out there? See all that? All them flood watches. Another batch of heavy rain going through the greater Bloomington metropolitan area, but I'm not there. And you can see where I'm at now at home. Very heavy rain moving through, and it's just going to start to set the stage for flooding on and off all weekend, as we have a very powerful couple of storm systems for the summertime. Very impressive low pressures moving out, tapping into heat and humidity and low level moisture. You got little tropical cyclones moving over there. We don't really have anything going on in the Atlantic. Something way out in the eastern Atlantic. Our first tropical wave off of Africa, right? The African wave train, as they call it in the meteorological world. But I'll keep you updated as we start driving into some lesson right now on these updates later on this afternoon. Peace and love, peace and love.